everyone, it's Libby from Maighstirtarot. Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. A little bit off centre at the moment because I've got a grey puppy dog hard up against my rolly chair at the moment, so I'm not game to move. Entertainment only. Oh, did anyone else see that little orb go past there? Okay, it's just me and the furs at home at the moment. That was interesting. Okay, what I want to have a look at. Oh, first of all, good news. It's not Larry. Yay! Larry the cat is still alive. It was Palmerston that passed. So the reason for the confusion is that Palmerston is the Foreign Office cat in Bermuda, apparently, the UK Foreign Office cat. There was an announcement that sorry, Bermuda. Sorry, Palmerston, I don't mean to be awful, but Larry, news was put out about Palmerston passing, and there was also a statement, I believe, put out about how it would be handled when Larry passed. So, bit of confusion. Heart goes out to all those that love Palmerston, but Larry's still going. Okay, and yes, apparently Jasmine Crockett has been on Colbert a couple of times. I believe first was a couple of years ago and last was several months ago. So not recently, didn't get the publicity that Tallarico got. I have got some vibes on that particular race. I think it might be Tallarico that gets in, and I'm actually kind of hoping, oh, well, let's pull some cards. Why not? Just going to use the Smith-Waite Tarot deck. I'm actually kind of hoping, and I know it sounds horrible, but there are bigger things in store for Crockett, Jasmine Crockett, and I really do hope, yeah, there are, hold on to your ammunition because there are way bigger things in store for her. Four of Pentacles, bigger opportunities, and Ten of Pentacles, legacy-making opportunities. So I'm kind of hoping, and it sounds awful, I know, because I love Jasmine, that she actually steps back and gives Tallarico a free run. And throws her support behind him. I'm sure even after the June selection is done, she will do so. But just have a quick look on Crockett's future. Oh, that was the Nine of Wands that popped out, bruised and battered, and taking a step back. But let's have a look, Crockett. What's the future for Crockett? I just get the feeling that, okay, at the moment, yeah, ending of the messaging here. Yeah, I don't think she'll get the nod. Challenged by being on the back foot. She does have the higher ground, but being on the back foot. But there's a new opportunity being presented for her. I think she might get governor of Texas or something. There's something that's bigger for her. Abbott needs to be gone. Absolutely. And Patrick and what's his face, the other P guy, can never remember his name. They all need to be gone. But she's going to look at other opportunities. We've got in the past, you know, a deceit and abuse. I'm feeling very, I think the reason why I haven't even watched the interview, but I had seen reports on it. It felt very, to me, not even seeing the interview, but going into the energy, it felt almost, the amount of publicity it got felt almost prearranged, White Boys Club type stuff, if that makes sense. I know a lot of people really admire Stephen Colbert. He has been amazing, but it had that sort of, you know, looking after the boys type vibe about it. I haven't seen the interview. That was just the energy that I felt coming out of it. So I know Colbert has offered Jasmine the opportunity to have an interview and she declined, saying that she's just too busy doing her job. But there just felt something that wasn't quite right about it. Okay, the energy over um, potentially. Now, Jasmine, trust me, is not naive. She may even be part of the new Supreme Court. She is a lawyer. There's something bigger for her that I keep getting beyond being a senator, and bigger than being a senator, more profound going into the future. So there might have been some naivety perhaps going into this race about this particular setup. And then the immediate future is working together behind the scenes to promote one person. She might step back. We'll see how it goes. An offer being made to her externally. So there again, an opportunity of something that is more. And it's to do with the White House. Some sort of announcement that comes from the White House that people are walking away from. Okay, let's see where this goes. Yeah, she's going to have to weigh up her options and the hopes and fears with the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, restricted with the Eight of Swords. Having to make some sort of the yeah, the Nine of Swords. You know the energy of the Nine of Swords. But here we've got the option to step through the porthole into a legacy for future generations for the Ten of Pentacles. You've got the King of Pentacles, you've got the King of Swords, and again, another decision that needs to be made. Now, there's the two of Swords and the Two of Wands on the bottom. So we've got three crossroads moments coming out for her. And I really do think that there is something greater. We've got here the Two of Wands, the Hermit, the Three of Swords, investigation into treason, betrayal, heartbreak, loss, and you've got the King of Cups and the loss, the Emperor. Something to do with the orange twerp going down. This is my Biden card, but it's also my Mark Kelly card, but it can be any other King of Cups. So don't be dismayed. Do not be dismayed if Jasmine Crockett decides to step out of the race or she doesn't get the nod. There are bigger things in store for her. Now, as I am talking about Congress apparently, so the Dems and some of the Repubs have come out and said that they're going to try and force to the floor a vote on the supposed WAR, attacking on Iran, because anything like this is supposed to be approved by Congress. Venezuela, anybody? So I just want to have a quick look to see, because if Congress votes no, and then the regime orders to entertainment only, orders the military yes, that could cause some interesting crossroads moments. So let's have a look. Oh boy, Congress trying to force to the floor a vote not to attack Iran. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. Dramatic change. It is time. In time. The wheel turning. Those that were on top will find themselves on the bottom, etc. So I think they might be able to. The challenge is going to be the crossroads decision, the legality of it. The decision, so again, we are at this, hasn't happened yet. The Two of Swords, the legality of it needs to be investigated. We've got the Queen of, not the Queen, the Nine of Pentacles here, the energy that they're stewing in. Those that make money. There will be an element in Congress who are very much la 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 la, don't want to know about it because our donors have told us not to. Here, have some more donor money. Yeah, so there's a lot retiring. You'll notice there's a lot retiring, but let's see where this goes. The fighting in the past can be the WAR, or the declaration of an attack, but this can also be the infighting within Congress in regards to this. We've got the legalities of it versus those that have feathered their nest. Okay, crowning the reading. Okay, a lot of hard work to bring a bill to the floor, perhaps. Ick. Five of Swords in the immediate future. Abuse of power, betrayal, deceit, bullying. But then we've got externally Temperance. So, okay, this could be in the immediate future exposing the bully tactics, the betrayal, the deceit, walking away from the bully. Thank you. I like that. Walking away from the abuse, the bully. And then, because externally covering this, we've got the Temperance card, moderation. Internally, are Congress going to bring this vote to the floor? Three of Wands internally. Looking at the options, looking at the plan, looking at the ships having been sent overseas. There's a huge fleet over in that neck of the woods at the moment. And of course now Iran and Russia are having war games in that neck of the woods. So it's there's Russian ships there apparently now as well. Boy oh boy. Okay. So internally, looking at the messaging, looking at the fleet. Okay, we've got here the hopes and fears, the voter. They actually fear the voter. Good, we the people. Volatile information coming forward with the Knight of Wands, the Death card, and the Ace of Swords. I like these. This indicates to me that something is being brought to an end as the truth is being exposed. Some sort of announcement from the White House that people are walking away from, rejecting. The rah, rah, rah from the White House, and then you've got the Ten of Swords, the ending. I think actually Congress might stand up on this. I think they are going to be able to bring it to the floor. That abuse of power might be Mikey Johnson that gets overruled. He might even find himself removed in regards to this. Oh, I can't wait till he's gone. Okay, not going to have a look at that. Right, the next thing I want to have a look at, this abuse that people are walking away from, it's no longer gelling. It's going to lead to a tower moment. Going to lead to the tower moment. Okay. What else is Congress got to vote on? Well, apparently, the inaugural meeting of the Board of Piece of Work was held yesterday. The Orange Twerp is the head of the Board of Piece of Work. Talk about conflict of interest. And considering everybody on that board is pretty much a dictator or a country of dubious alliances. So I've got an itchy eye. Had the fan going all last night. It was really hot. Have apparently approved $7 billion in funding to go to the rebuilding of Gaza. Well, we know whose pocket that's going to go in. It's going to go into Kushner's and the Fallons and Witkoff's and Netanyahu's and everybody else who's, talking about building casinos and apartment buildings, etc., on that strip of land. But the twerps also come out and declared that the US will also put $10 billion into the Board of Peace of Work. Talk about abuse. But it has to go through Congress. It has to be approved by Congress. Ooh, I can just see a royal decree being signed to try and bypass Congress on that. Yeah, rash action, charging forward, showing the true colours, the sun, fully exposed, and there the moon card flipped itself out at me as well. So let's have a look. How will Congress feel towards this $10 billion going when they won't support the UN, this regime? Because how dare the UN open an investigation into EPS? Well, if you were innocent, you'd go, yeah, go for it. I don't think they're going to. Seven of Pentacles. Come on down. Will Congress approve this 10 billion? So somebody's looking at it but can't get his grubby mitts on it with the Seven of Pentacles. Out in the cold, yeah, I don't think Congress are going to pass this. I don't think it's going to be, they're going to say, no, this is not a legitimate international organisation. Five of Pentacles, delusional, based on greed, power, addiction. In the past, here's the board being formed with the Two of Cups. And we've got the Hermit, isolation, finding itself at a legal crossroads. It might be an investigation actually into the legality of this board, because we've got the Queen of Swords here. Externally, internally, we've got Temperance. Now, Temperance can be creating alchemy by pouring from cup to cup. Looking into the money with the Page of Pentacles and the hopes and fears. Finding fully exposed with the Sun card, the outcome, the abuse of power, betrayal, deceit, lies, deception, being fully exposed, and the false victory. Falling off the horse with a judgment moment. Yeah, just seeing what's on the bottom. Actually, I'm going to show what's on the bottom because we've got the Queen of Cups, trying to keep a lid on things, on the reality of it, because you've got the two emotional cards. The smug red-hatted merchant thinking he's got all his cups lined up in a row, thinking that, yeah, Congress will pass it because they owe me, because you've got the King of Pentacles there, but you've got volatile information coming out. You've got the King with the Knight of Wands. You've got the King of Wands, which is the lawmakers, the legislators. No longer walking away from this rah-rah carry-on at the White House. You've got the infighting, you've got the demanding of the money, you've got the High Priestess, and you've got the ending card with the World. No, I don't think Congress are going to approve it. And if anything, it is going to expose or start, there will be trigger the start of an investigation into the legality of this Board of Peace of Work. Okay, so I might leave that reading there. We covered a bit of ground, and then I'll get on to some other bits and bobs. Okay, catch you shortly. Bye-bye.